So here's my latest innovative contraption. It's the shift mechanism for the 2-speed axle, for the rear axle on the 1986 International. And for those of you that don't know what a 2-speed axle is, just as the name suggests, it's an axle with 2 speeds. Normally, even for me, that was used to working on just cars, you'll get the axle, and there's just the axle. It's just a set of planetary gears, or rather, gears that allow one side to spin more than the other on a curve. But with this axle, there's actually a higher gear and a lower gear that you can select on the axle. So the original, and that's done just like in a transmission, it just moves from one side to the other. The middle is neutral, one side is one speed, the other side is another speed. And so the original unit that used to do this was electrical, and the screws on it weren't, they were all, a few of them were seized. So I just decided to switch to a more heavy-duty and simple setup. I could have repaired the other unit, it would have, and I might actually still do it, but I ended up making this here. So on this side here, what actually the main component of the mechanism is an air brake unit. Now this is the kind that goes in front that you can disassemble. It's not the two unit type. There's a proper name for these things. And this is, I think this is a size 20. The only size smaller is a size 16. So I just went with a size 20. And basically, what I'm doing now, what I'm going to show you on the video is, I'm just going to test it to see if it works freely and correctly with just regular air pressure from the compressor. And then once this test is concluded, I will run this to the cab and probably bolt it onto the transmission. Then there's a valve that opens and closes, and I'll talk about that in the next video. But for now, let's just see if it works. So the spring inside here should be pulling it to the right, and that's one gear. And the way I can determine if it's engaged or not is I can't spin the drive shaft, so it's engaged. I mean, a little bit of movement is normal. And watch what happens now when I turn on the air pressure. So that's another gear. Turn it off. And this nut here just serves as a stopper for when it hits this side. And over here, this steel bar here itself serves as a stopper, but actually doesn't even go that far because of the mechanism of the air unit itself. It won't go that far. But I could possibly add a nut here just for extra security if I wanted to. Right, so I thought that'd be interesting. So it's basically a conversion from electrical to air.